Good morning. Thank you so much for being here today. And in the episode today, I want to talk about giving up and letting go. Not like literally giving up, but more like giving up the need for control, giving up the grudges that I'm holding on other people, giving up the need to be liked by other people. To be honest, I don't know what I'm going to be talking about really. But it just feels heavy on the inside. You know that urge, that feeling like you're missing something in your life and you just feel so empty. It just feels wrong, It feels like you're not where you're supposed to be and you'd rather be somewhere else than here. And then you're supposed to be somewhere else, not here. Why am I here? Why am I like this? Why things are happening the way they did? And I don't know. And I'm trying to make sense of all of this. Every single thing is because I realize that life is short. These days, these weeks, months, and years gonna fly by. And if I don't really take a step back and then stop and look around and enjoy it, before I know it, all of these days are gonna pass by. And I'm gonna wish I could go back and relive it. I know I talk about this so many times, so many times, but still I can not apply it into my own life because it's hard. It's not easy to let go of the armor, What do I mean by the armor? It is the ego that we put on, the mask that we put on just to fit in, so people won't judge me. Because if I be myself, if I act the way that I really wanted to, they'll judge me because it would be different from everybody else. If I start to act like myself, then I'll be different from everybody else. And that's make me vulnerable for being judged. And I'm afraid of that. And it's hard. Then I always have to try to look good, try not to make mistakes, try not to show the vulnerable side of me, because I'm afraid that they're gonna turn away and leave. But what if that, from being my true self, showing the real version of me to the world, and the people that come and stay, those So are the real people, you know? Not the people that into you for the person that you're really not. And then I'll be worrying if anything, any of these things that I'm working on is ever gonna work out. So like this fear of failing, of failure, of failing, falling down again and again. It's really stopping me from doing things that I really wanted, Like I told myself I'm gonna write a book. I did. I started 2 chapters and now I'm just here and I haven't been writing anymore because I'll tell myself that, what am I? Who am I to write a book? And not excuse me. Not even a single person listening to your podcast regularly. Not even one. And you're writing a book? Who the fuck are you? Like these are the things that I tell myself. That I'm not good enough. That I'm not where I want to be yet. That where I came from, what I sound like, what I look like, and I'll judge myself for all these things, and I will stop myself from doing things that would move the needle in my life. I know that consciously, but I can't help it, And I don't want to complain, I don't want to sound dramatic, but life's been rough lately. I mean, been rough for the past years. But I believe that all of these things that I'm going through are cooking me into something special. I wish I could think that way every single day, every single moment of my life, but it's hard, It's hard to high-five yourself in the mirror and mean it. High-five yourself in the mirror and think that you fucking did it. You did good. Even though things didn't go well, things didn't go the way you wanted. But you show up. You did it. You didn't hide away from it. You didn't run away from it. You faced it. And it was not good. It was terrible. It was fucking horrible. But you did it anyway. And you did good. And you deserve a fucking high five. And today is gonna be a new day. And why can't it be a new me? Why does it always have to be the same me every single day? And it's hard, Like it's hard when you're in a fight with someone and then you're holding a grudge on them, and it takes a lot of mental strength, capability, to tell yourself, oh, hey, okay, it's okay, stop holding a grudge on this person and go tell him what did you really mean, and be an adult and forgive him and just let go, because if that person disappeared today, you're gonna regret that for the rest of your life. You're gonna be like, why did I hold a grudge on them? I was being petty, I could have said something else. I could have told him I love him or what I really mean, but no, I had to hold a grudge on them because they're still here. It hasn't gone yet. And then I hold on to all these things, and It's driving me nuts. So I'm really glad that I have this mic, this podcast to speak to talk to let my thoughts out and just be me while I'm still here. And sometimes it's like a blessing in disguise, you know? The blessing of being single for so long. And I'm just so comfortable with being alone now. Really imagine if I have a partner, if I have a girlfriend, living with her. I don't think I'd be doing this. I don't think I'll be ever make it to episode 200. Yeah. Because I'll be too afraid of being judged, or she might think that I'm fucking crazy. But throughout all these days, all these years, it just felt like I had built this callus in my brain that I shouldn't be giving a damn about what other people have to say or think about me. I mean, I'm still struggling with that. It's not easy. But I feel like I'm getting better. I've been getting better. Maybe, you keep on doing it. Even just a little bit better every day. Slowly, the compound effect is gonna show up. Yeah. So what's the key? What is the key here? The key here is showing up. You show up every day. Not the big things, not like the things that you gotta read a book, you write a book, or doing something that would change your life. No. Make your bed, clean the dishes, cook, go to the gym. Like these little things that add up, They build you into the version that you always wanted. The disciplined version of you. It's like this is crucial because if you want to be the best version of yourself, you need to master these things. Master the things that make you feel uncomfortable. That is what I've learned all these years. Is that all of my breakthrough came from after the days of me staying consistent, staying disciplined. And yet, I have nothing right now. I'm still in debt. I'm still broke as shit. But you know what? I'm looking back from where I'm at right now, comparing to the version of me last year. I am way better. Not financially, but mentally. Like, I am way tougher in the head. Like, people will not hurt my feeling as much as I used to be last year. They'll make fun of me for the job that I have and the past that I've done, and now I don't really care. The word they say, well, I do care, but not that much, and I'm still working on that. And I believe that the only way to get out of this loop, this self-sabotaging loop, is to face the uncertainty, is to face the pain, do the things that would make you have to go through pain. It's like learning the guitar is gonna be so hard and so tedious, but once you learn, you feel great. Going to the gym, it's fucking nut. You gotta get up in the morning or late at night, or you gotta find time for it, and you have to suffer your way through it. You gotta tear your muscles to make them look bigger, and you gotta take that cold shower. It's so uncomfortable. Like all of these things that will build you into a mentally tough person. There will make you suffer, but you come out way stronger than before you come in. It's like a cold shower. Once you get out, you don't feel that freezing feeling like a hot shower does, you know? Or making your bed, and it's like you're telling yourself that, oh, you're showing up, you're being disciplined. You're not that lazy ass morons anymore, you know? You're this new version of yourself that show up and try better. So what's the key? The key is to keep on showing up and try to suffer through the pain, because that's how winners make. I hope I'm right, but it feels like it, you know? If you stay comfortable like everybody else, then you're just gonna be like everybody else. And if that's what you want, then yeah, I'm not a judgy person, you know? That's nothing wrong with that. But you're listening to this, so I'm sure you're the type of person that want to live the best life of your life. Then you have to face the hard things. You have to do the things that will make you uncomfortable. And before you know it, before you realize, one day you're gonna get there and you're gonna look back to these days and you'll be glad that you did what you did. And you'll be glad that you suffer. Because if it were not for these suffering, if it was not for all of these quote unquote bad things that you went through, you would not be that best version of yourself today. One day you're gonna look back, you're gonna think about it. So what can you do now? Well, show up. You clearly know what you need to do to get out of the rug, to become the best version of yourself. It's just hard to do. It's just hard to fight the mind, that's unconscious mind, or maybe subconscious or conscious, that is telling you it's too late now. You can't do it now, you know. You're running out of time now. There's no more time. But you do. Show up even when it's late. Show up even when you only have time for just 2 set of workout instead of 4 set of workout. Showing up is better than not showing up at all. You're not late. You're where you're supposed to be. Because you are meant to be here. And the light that is meant for you is coming. And the only way to get there is to trust that things will work out in the end. And you're right where you're supposed to be. I know it sounds so silly, but the only way to get there is to put in the work and stop being a little bitch and get up. I'm not telling anyone to do anything, but This is me talking to myself, telling myself to get off this couch. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.